Welcome in. The boys are back. It's Beantown Breakdown, episode 10. It's been quite some time, but we're back on air. We are back on air. I've missed you, Andrew. I have.
Dude, when I saw the text pop up on my phone that we're doing this, I got so much excitement.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got some extra time. You know, it's been busy. I'm not even gonna lie, man. And it has been busy. But I said, you know what? Thursday night, we got an open window. We have to take advantage. You're the first guy I texted. I went, Andrew Parker, send podcast episode tonight. Let's do it.
Dude, let's see. That's probably the third best news I got today. I mean, obviously,
Really?
behind the
lockout. No, I know number one. We'll get to number one.
That's been on my mind forever. So that has to be, because that was just like, it almost felt like a weight off my shoulders. So I have to put that one ahead of you.
Has
and
to
then
be one.
two is that facial hair.
This is what I'm liking, man. This guy's out here hyping me up. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you cannot see the facial hair right now. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can. I might even have to tweet a photo once the episode drops. A little screenshot action.
You're kind of putting me to shame right now.
I don't know, man. See, you got something good going on as well. That's the thing, though.
Do you know how long it took me to be able to even like complete it though? Like it took some years.
It's got to be a while, man. What I got going on right now is about a week's worth, week and a half. So we're not even at the peak yet. I can only go up from here. I promise you. So
have you heard that? I don't know if it's true or not. I think it's a myth, but they say that if you keep shaving like your face, it'll grow back in like thicker.
I've heard that.
I think that's a myth.
I don't know, because I think it might be real, you know?
But how is that real? I don't understand that one.
I don't know. Because like it doesn't really happen with your head, right? You know? Like I don't feel like my hair has grown quicker. It might be the facial hair. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I'm growing it out, man, because I don't know if you knew this. So we're recording right now on Thursday night. Episode will likely drop Friday morning, Friday afternoon. You're listening to this on Friday, maybe Saturday. We're recording this Thursday night, March 10th. Okay. I just got out of class, right? Okay. I have a class from.
What class was it?
It was I don't even know what the class is.
I've been there before. It's all good.
I think it's like a public relations type class or like advertising PR type class. And as a senior right now, it's one of those classes where it's like an introductory class.
Yep.
And I just took it because I needed to fill credit. So I was like, I'll take an easy class. Boom. The thing that stinks is it's 5:30 to 6:45 p.m. Central Time. So 6:30 to 7:45 Eastern. So it's a late one. It's a late one. You don't like those, especially on a Thursday, but it is what it is. I am the only senior in the class. I'm the oldest one in the class. Everyone else, sophomores, freshmen.
How big is the class? Like how many kids?
Like 20 kids.
Oh.
So,
okay.
I mean, it's a fairly decent turnout there.
Yeah, I get that.
So
like kind of like everybody knows everybody in that class.
Exactly.
Right? It's not like
you can walk in and
hide.
They have the jovial spirit. They're looking forward to college. And I'm like, listen, you have no idea what is going to happen in these next 4 years.
You see this stash, you're going to grow this thing out. And
I was like, you think I walked onto campus looking like this? No, this is turmoil showing up on a face right here. That's what that is. But no, it's just, I have to play the part now. You got to. And that's why we're growing out the stash, the beard. I got to live up to the senior status. It's what I got to do.
Yeah, I respect the game, man. It shows, like you said, that little Tommy boy over in the corner that just fresh 18 isn't going to have one of those on his face. I'll tell you that.
No. But my hope is to inspire. Like, if one of those, 19, 20-year-olds can look at me and say, hey, I want that type of mustache goatee combo once I get to his point, once I've gone through the muck of college. I mean, that's the goal. If you can get one upcoming senior to think that, I've succeeded.
Honestly, it's role model
movement,
status right there. And because I I was always bad at math in my day. So even in, in
I don't know
high
where this is
school,
going, but
in high school, I was in a freshman math class when I was a senior because I was just awful at it. So I kind of feel your pain. Like I literally was like my last semester in high school, I was like, you kind of like you're a senior, you're like about to graduate high school, you're like I don't care. Like
yeah, you checked out.
I'm ready to go. Like college is next, like the summer, then college, like it's gonna be best time ever, blah blah. So you're just like your mind's not even on this like geometry class that I'm in.
No.
I got a bunch of like freshmen and sophomores in the class with me, just looking at me all the time because I'm like the old guy. I was growing a little stubble on my chin and stuff, and all these little guys in the class were all looking at me. I feel you the same way, and I was kind of just like, listen, guys, you guys wish that you could have like a 30% in this class like I have right now because I really don't care. But no, I don't know why I randomly thought of that, but I did.
Man's reminiscing of the old days. There's nothing like
I've done some soul searching the past week and a half because of this baseball lockout.
Hey,
that is
we're back.
No more.
It's gone. Baseball's back.
I was going crazy today. I'm in like a better mood because of it.
I think everyone is. Every baseball fan has to be, right?
Did you go through like a tug of war at some point because you kept seeing Bob Nightingale just like tweet like, "Oh, it's about to end." Like
I don't listen to Bob Nightingale.
You know what? I don't either.
Yeah.
But he came back. I don't know, dude. I was going through a tug of war because I'm like, there's hyping it up. Like last week they met for like 16 hours or something. And then they were like, all right, like it's 3 a.m. We're going home, but we're right there. Like we're right there. And then they started the next day and they were like, oh yeah, we're not even close. It's like, what do you think they were talking about in the room for 16 hours that day? Like what?
There's no way it was anything important. You're not, listen, I'm sorry. Sue me. Listen, I have no inside sources, nothing related to this whatsoever. You are not negotiating for 16 hours and coming to no solution. You're just not. You are talking about other things at that point. Without a doubt.
You have to. Like, there's no chance that they were actually legit. Like, even if they would like meet for a little bit, discuss, and then go back to their own group, which was what they were doing in Florida last week, it was like, you guys like gotta get closer than that. Like,
oh, no doubt.
Don't know.
Why were they going back and forth too? Like, do we know why?
I think they were honestly just trying to throw like, I feel like they were like, hey, like the owners would just be like, hey, we really like this. Let's throw that over there. And then they would, they'd scurry over there, say it, and then would deliver it to the players. And then the players would be like, okay, we'll think about it. And then they walk back, right? And then the players are like, okay, that idea was terrible. And then let's just see if we can throw this at them and see if they'll move. I feel like that's just what kept happening. Like, I feel like the owners would be like, we're going to throw this at them and see if they move closer to us on the counter, which I guess is how negotiating works, I guess. But
sure. I mean, it was awful. And listen, I think this is big because I don't know about you, man. I do know about you. Like, I don't mean just you and I mean, we collectively as a country needed baseball right now. For baseball fans anyway, because like every time I go on social media or today was much more positive. Over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, I'd go on social media. My Twitter feed would be like, so-and-so died from COVID, Russian missile, no baseball. Like that was my timeline for the past 2 weeks. And I'm literally like, there is nothing good going on in life anymore. Nothing at all.
And that was depressing when you put it like that.
3 things. It was ridiculous. So now to have some good news come out about baseball, it's like, yes, let's go. Come on. Here we go. Maybe life starts turning around for the better, right?
Did you ever find yourself trying to convince yourself that maybe you were going to be okay without baseball? Because I did. I was
I was thinking, okay, I'm going to watch a lot of minor league baseball. Like I need to find
college
ways,
baseball, minor league.
And I had been paying attention to college ball just because of, like, I didn't have much of an appreciation for college college ball before because MLB obviously had overshadowed it. But then I spent this past summer out on the Cape, and you're watching these guys play every day. So now, like, I'm more apt to watch more college baseball to keep track of the guys I covered this past summer. So that's been fun. That's like kept me mentally stable for the past, 3 weeks or whatever, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, like you have to snap into it. Like, okay, what am I going to do if there really is no baseball? Like, I can't imagine going through June, July, August with no baseball. I don't know what a summer looks like without baseball. I don't know what those months look like otherwise.
I was so sad at one point because they kept canceling, like they were threatening to like cancel, like, oh, we canceled the first week, we canceled the second week. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, we'll be okay because we still have NBA and NHL all the way up until their playoffs. But then when those end, like baseball's all you got. It's the only sport, like of the four like major sports in the United States, it is the only one that has like months by itself, which is crazy to me. So it's like, I understand what you're saying. It's like you take that out of the equation. It's like, what do you don't have NFL, you don't have NBA anymore, you don't have NHL. It's like, what do you have?
It's scary, but I'm glad we don't have to worry about it now.
I am too.
We're good. And I mean, we got to relate this, of course, to the topic of the show, and that is Boston sports and mass culture. And that's the Red Sox. I think right now is too early to really get into an in-depth preview. All right. But just general thoughts on this team. I mean, what do you got? Because I think there are some things that happened between like the end of last season and the off season that we have had. It's obviously been a weird off season, but there have been some small moves, some small changes that have obviously affected this team. Like the one that stands out to me is obviously the Renfroe trade.
Yep.
With the Brewers. Like JBJ is back. Renfroe's in Milwaukee. Renfroe now my next door neighbor. Don't know if you knew that. Me and him just chilling.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, just great. Dude, that'd be awesome. I mean, come on now.
I forgot about that. Renfroe kind of followed you over there.
Yeah, just followed me right over. And not actually my next door neighbor. But no, JBJ was horrific in Milwaukee. And I mean terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so nice having his glove.
It is.
But I understand it. His bat is terrible. And it was even bad when he was in Boston still.
He was so streaky here.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because obviously we don't know. I think they're going to sign an outfielder. I think they kind of have to. Like I don't see how they would be comfortable starting JBJ every day. I don't think he's like an everyday player.
I think he used to be.
I think he's a great bench guy. I mean, late innings, you need defense in the outfield. Nothing. He's the best glove. I would almost consider he's got one of the best gloves in the league. But I don't know, man. You're gonna have to sign an outfielder because I don't know. Losing Renfroe's bat in the lineup is like you can't just go, okay, we're trading Renfroe out and we're bringing in JBJ. That's just not. That's a downgrade.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you bring in JBJ, who obviously is great defensively, but Renfroe held his own defensively too. I know he doesn't have necessarily as much range as JBJ maybe, but the arm, I feel like, made up for some of the range.
He did make a lot of errors.
He did. And
I think he was actually, I was shocked when I heard that. He was like in the top 3, I think, in errors made for right fielders last year, which I was surprised.
He's just like, you don't really think of Hunter Renfroe. If you just put him in front of me, I'd be like, oh, first baseman or third baseman.
Oh, he's a tank.
So like, you don't think of him as an outfielder.
They can't bank on him to have that. I mean, dude, his career batting average was like 212 or something. Yeah. Like last year it was
an anomaly. Yeah, it was an anomaly. But like, it's hard to see him go after a season like that.
I agree. I just think they sold when they thought they could because I don't think he could replicate it. So I don't blame him. I don't think he's gonna hit 260 and all that this year. I just don't.
It's nice they get Alex Bindloss too.
Pinellas?
Louisville. Is it Pinellas? Is that how it's
Yeah,
pronounced?
Alex Pinellas.
Man, I
Yeah.
thought it was Loss the entire time. So that's good to know. But Louisville guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that at least. It's Pinellas. It makes much more sense.
The only reason I know that is because like I don't know if you saw the interview he did with Section 10 right after. It was like literally he got acquired and then he went on Section 10 that night.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was back. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I was at the bar the night that trade was made, so I was not doing
it was
much
like what,
research.
November, December?
Yeah, I think
It was
so.
before the lockout started, obviously.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, he hopped on Section 10 and they were talking to him a ton, and that was actually a really good interview. So he seems like a really chill, normal guy, and he seems like a beast too. So I'm excited for him as well.
Yeah, no, I knew, highly touted prospect from Louisville. Because some of the guys I covered out on the Cape this past summer played with him at Louisville. But yeah, no, I was at the bar the night that happened. The trade went down, the Renfroe JBJ trade. And terrible. I got reamed. I mean, I was just like, are you kidding me? Everyone's like, congrats on, getting JBJ, who hit 160 last year. Like, thanks for the 35 home runs. I'm like, you're acting like I'm in the front office.
Yeah.
Like, look where I am right now.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Ime actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing, I guess.
I mean, I'm just hammered.
I accidentally said JBJ. I was like watching some highlights from 18. Sorry.
Like, good God, that's the one thing that frustrates me, man. But I'll tell you this. Milwaukee is where the Red Sox send players to die. Name one guy we've sent to Milwaukee that's actually been successful out here.
I mean, who have we even sent? Travis Shaw?
Shaw was not good out here when he first got out here originally. We sent Brock Holt out here too, right?
I don't remember.
I'm 99% sure we did.
I feel like Brock Holt's played on like 10 teams by now.
We're going to look it up, Andrew, because we have the ability to do that because we want to be upfront with the viewers.
I feel like Brock Holt's been like, what was it? He was in Texas last year. I think the year before that, he was like
Nationals and
Washington. And then I feel like he's been on like 4 teams since the Sox got rid of him. The
Hear
Pirates? Didn't he go to Pirates?
No.
Okay.
I don't know
what else.
He started in Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Boston, I don't know if we traded Holt to Milwaukee or we just let him walk. But Brock Holt was on Milwaukee for the 2020 season, part of it anyway. And he was 3 for 30 through 16 games out here.
Oh, so he didn't really. Oh, well, 2020 was the shortened season. It was only 60 games. So
he's not good. You know? So
who else? I don't even remember who else we've sent out there.
Shaw, Holt. I think those are the two. JBJ.
Let's not forget about the guys they've sent to us. Tyler Thornburg.
Goat.
Oh, gosh.
Absolute goat.
He was a bust and a half.
He was terrible.
I was so excited about Thornburg when I think we traded Shaw for him. And
yeah, no, it was. Yo, did we get Burke Badenhop from Milwaukee as well?
Oh, gosh. I have no idea. But
I'll check it out.
I'll tell you, Tyler Thornburg was a bust.
Yeah, he was awful, man.
So was Carson Smith. I know we didn't give him from Milwaukee, but those
Seattle, right?
Yeah, when I think of Thornburg, I think of Carson Smith. So we got them both around the same time, and they both were terrible.
Boston and Red Sox acquire reliever Burke Badenhop from the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah, we got Burke Badenhop too.
By the way, Carson Smith. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but we got him in a trade from Seattle years ago.
Wasn't he supposed to be good? And then he was like injured forever?
Do you remember how he injured himself?
No.
He punched I think he punched like a locker in the Red Sox locker room or something. I don't remember.
Are you Googling it?
It was it says this. Carson Smith suffers shoulder injury throwing glove in dugout, and he never played after that. Like, that was in 2018. He has not played since. My man threw his glove in the dugout after he got rocked, and he just never came back. That is insane.
That's a bad look.
I cannot believe that. I kind of forgot about that.
It's quite flabbergasting, to be honest.
My man got shellacked for a 3-run home run, came off the field, took his glove, and just threw it against the wall. And then he immediately was like, I just messed up. Gone. Never heard of again. How do we even know that guy's still alive?
He's got to be, right?
I saw him tweet the other day. That's the only reason why I thought of it.
Please do not tell me you're following him on Twitter.
I'm not. But he still has his profile picture is him in a Red Sox uniform.
Go.
Fenway Park is his header.
Go.
His bio says pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So I was like, there's no way this guy's still on the Red Sox, right? And I just looked, he's free agent. So I don't understand. The guy just, and he's like actively tweeting still. So it's not like he hasn't been on it in forever.
Living in the glory days, man.
I don't know. It just blew my mind. But I was wrong about something, and I haven't talked to you in a while about it, but I was completely wrong about the Celtics, by the way.
I think we were both wrong about the Celtics.
I'm like hand up, like very wrong. And
I was so wrong about Ime. Terribly wrong.
I agree with that.
I mean, but we're just doing our due diligence to being.
Is it weird though that I still would rank him as the coach in Boston that's closest to the hot seat still? Actually, I'll take that back.
I would put Cassidy.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
There's been some
absolutely not.
There's been some bad. I'm talking right now. There's been some bad losses.
Are you talking about the Bruins?
Well, it was a terrible loss the other night, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, I mean, we did. There was 2 games where the team scored like under 30 seconds ago. It kind of sucked, but not on the hot seat.
I wouldn't say he's on the hot seat, but I wouldn't say Udoka's on the hot seat either by any means now.
I just said the way I worded it though, he's the one that's closest to the hot seat of all 4 teams.
I don't even think that though.
I was actually going to say
Belichick. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that.
No, this is what I think. I don't think anyone's being close to getting canned.
I agree. I just think the one that would be closest is still.
I think it would just be Cassidy just by default.
No, not at all.
Well,
Cassidy's so safe it hurts.
I know exactly. I mean, he's so safe it hurts, but I just think Udoka's safer. You're not going to fire a guy when your team's gone 18-2 in the past 20 games or whatever they've gone.
I agree, but I still think he's the closest. So what happens if we, keep playing the way we are, head into the playoffs, and say we get swept by the Cavaliers?
We're not getting swept by Cleveland.
Exactly.
Cleveland pretenders, bro. They're pretenders.
Okay, so what happens? What happens if we like march on in and just get swept? They're like, yikes.
We're not getting swept by anyone. I'm going to look into the camera right now. All right, hear me out right now. The Boston Celtics are making a run this year, baby, and I'm saying it right now. I'm not saying it's going to be a finals. I'm not saying Banner 18 is this year, but guess what? This team is playing deep into the spring, into the summer, however you want to phrase it, and this team's doing special things. The defense is there. The offense is there. Jayson Tatum is better than your favorite player, and I don't care who knows. And that's what I'm saying. I just looked in the camera doing that. Couldn't see how I looked on my little rant there, but you know what? I think I looked good with the mustache, goatee, the passion, the heart. This Celtics team is built to stay, my friend.
It was fierce, man. You look like you with the Sox hat, the little facial hair. Just look like Dorchester's finest right now, man.
There you go. Now I want to bring up something. Did you see the video of hold on? It was on. I forget if it was on ESPN or Fox. First Take posted it. So that's ESPN. It was Chris Mad Dog Russo
Oh goodness.
talking about taking Larry Bird over LeBron James with both players in their prime.
I didn't see it. Was it one of his discussions with Stephen A?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I want to show the video. I don't want to get the copyright claim. I might do it for social on TikTok. But basically, he's sitting there and he's like, Larry Bird is, I forget the exact wording, but he's like, I would take Larry Bird over LeBron James. And all I could think throughout the entire video is there is no doubt in my mind, this will be me sitting in a Quincy, Mass Dunkin' Donuts in about 15 years, like in the corner by myself, preaching to just whoever wants to hear me out. Now, Larry Bird is better than LeBron in their prime. And again, I don't care. I just thought the video was fun. Going to this Celtics.
I didn't see it, and
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you after.
Mad Dog Russo is insane. By the way.
He's crazy. But the Celtics team, man, like it feels so good. It feels so good. Jayson Tatum, I mean, he often does this where he will kind of stink to start the year, go on this insane stretch where you're like, we are watching the second coming of Christ, and then kind of fizzle out towards the end, like the end of the season. But I don't know. This year could be the year where he like peaked at the right time and just rides the wave into the playoffs. Teams just aren't stopping this man. They're not.
I thought, by the way, you were going to bring up, instead of the Larry Bird, LeBron, I was watching the pregame, the Celtics pregame before they played Memphis, and there was a poll question. It was like, who would you rather have on your team, Ja Morant or Jayson Tatum?
What did you just pronounce?
Ja Morant.
What are you, French? I believe it's Ja Morant. Ja Morant. What
All
are
right,
you
so
talking
the
about?
poll
What are you
was
from?
Ja
French
Morant
Quebec
or
Ja
Jayson
Morant.
Tatum. Ja Morant. And
No.
a lot of people picked Ja over him.
Ja who?
Ja M.
Ja Morant?
Ja M over Tatum. So do with that what you please.
It's a recency bias, man. Ja's been going crazy. But everyone likes to like take the new guy. Like Tatum. Tatum's been around this league now for like, 3-4 years?
It's so weird to me. Like he's literally so young still,
Yeah,
and he's been around for
like
this is his
fourth
year.
Fourth year.
And it seems like he's like just got out of Duke like a year ago.
And Ja Morant, on the other hand, like still young, real young. I think he second year now, third year. Dude, I don't even know. All the years are mixing. Growing up too quick here.
He's a Murray State boy too. I know you don't know what Murray State is.
Yes, I do. He cooked Marquette in the tournament first year. My first year of college. Freshman
Marquette lost to Murray State?
Yeah, 12-5 matchup.
Yikes.
Yeah, Ja Morant was cooking, man. Absolutely cooking.
It's okay. I literally couldn't even tell you the last win that Mizzou basketball has in the tournament. I couldn't even tell you.
Because they stink, man. That's why.
That's bad. Michael Porter Jr. Oh yeah, this is totally like off the wall, but Mizzou basketball this year had a bobblehead night for Michael Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. played one game for Mizzou.
I remember you were in love. I remember back in the days where we did our other podcast, you were in love with Michael Porter Jr.
Dude, I can't even like, if I tried to translate that to like a Boston team, and I'm like, think about if any of these teams, think about if the Patriots had a bobblehead night for Antonio Brown and after he had only played in one game. It's like, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Or if the Celtics, well, I guess that's different. I was gonna say Joe Johnson, but like he kind of like is a legend. He started his career. I think it would be more like funny to do that just because like, remember there was literally a time this year where like the Celtics signed Joe Johnson and there was a point where it was like Joe Johnson could be playing meaningful minutes for this team for a while. And it was like, we were in that like world, but things have changed.
Things have changed. We signed CJ Miles too.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot who else. There was another
Al
guy.
Farouk.
Al Farouk Amino.
Yeah. Amino.
Yeah.
No. Aminu.
Why are you like the word police tonight?
Well, it's not Al Farouk amino acids, man. Al Farouk aminu.
Maybe that's why I said I was thinking of
It
amino
probably
acids.
was. Just casual out here thinking of amino acids on a Thursday night. Man's like,
I don't know.
what are those building blocks to? What do they got? Like nucleic acids, amino acids.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. That science wasn't my thing either, but
Carbohydrates.
the only reason I even remember that is because in the science project you do in like middle school, where it's like you have like
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yep.
the thing.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, I remember that one.
All right, we got to get past it. The
Yeah,
cell. There you go. But,
okay.
all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we know you're not a science guy here, but
I'm a science guy.
you know, C's are hot. There's really no other way around it. Jayson Tatum's been playing at an ungodly level. It was amazing watching him absolutely destroy Brooklyn the other night. Other afternoon, I should say, on Sunday.
But I can't get past something right now.
What?
You said Cassidy was on the hot seat.
Sorry. I'm not saying he's on the hot seat. I'm saying in comparison, Cora is way too loved, and they've had so much success under Cora. Udoka is the hottest coach in Boston right now.
I'll give you that.
And Belichick has just been around forever, and like he's not going anywhere. By default, Cassidy is not even close to being fired.
I could see Belichick. Well, that's for another day, another discussion, another Felger and Maz like take. But yeah, I could see Belichick eventually sooner than later. But
yeah, not this
just
year.
depends.
Not right now.
I think it
as
just
of March 10th, 2022.
Udoka is the closest.
No, it's just no. The aura surrounding this team right now is way too high.
I agree, but it's not going to last forever. And like you
No.
said, they're not even going to win this year. You even said it yourself.
I'm saying as of right now, as of March 10th, like it waxes and wanes. It's like a moon, okay, or the moon. I shouldn't say a moon. We have one moon in this solar system, or not the solar system. Earth has one moon. We are not science.
I know my space. No, I know space.
We are not science guys. No, let me just Tatum though. This is what I want to talk about. Forget the coaching.
Okay.
Forget the coaching stuff. Tatum in March, 44 points, 54, 37, 33. That's bonkers. Andrew, that's nuts. Obviously, the 54-point game, the highlight of that, but other night against Charlotte, 44 points. Not bad either. Not bad.
Do you think Dennis Schroeder was a curse on the team?
I don't blame Dennis Schroeder.
I blame him for everything.
Are you kidding me? Nah, I don't know.
It's not a coincidence that Tatum started really inserting himself into the MVP race as soon as we ship that man out of here.
Do you think Tatum is in the MVP race?
Yes. Well, he is getting himself. You just read off an insane stat line.
Yeah. I don't think 4 games make you an MVP. Maybe in the race, I think he's.
You could argue that Tatum is the most valuable player to his team.
You could make that argument.
Who's going? Who's going against it? Like, who would you say is front runner right now? Probably the usual suspects.
Embiid's up there. Jokic is up there.
Embiid, yes.
Jokic is up there, obviously. Triple-double a night, pretty much.
It is going to be interesting to see how Embiid plays this month with a full month of Harden. It's going to be interesting to see how those two exist with each other. But
yeah, I just want to let you know he's been doing perfectly fine tonight included, because I just kind of briefly looked at the score, and Embiid has 16 of Philadelphia's 25 points. Granted, Philly is losing 45-25 to Brooklyn right now.
Wow.
But he's still not doing too shabby. So that is that. With that being said, Giannis also up there. I
Yes.
unfortunately watch more Bucks basketball nowadays than Celtics basketball usually because of work. And Giannis is nuts. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach to say it, but he's insane. Crazy.
He is insane. I don't actually physically know how anybody guards him. Like, looking at him and how big he is and how he's able to move. I don't even understand how somebody can legit guard him.
We tired out here, but it makes no sense. And he's starting to kind of get a little bit better at shooting too, which is scary.
I think it's past Nikki G's bedtime.
Past little Nikki G's bedtime. 7:25 Central, 8:25 Eastern. Boom. But yeah, no, C is hot. We're back. Baseball. Calvin Ridley. Andrew.
Not back.
A guy that the Patriots were supposed to pursue, or people wanted the Patriots to pursue him, will probably not be pursued now.
I think he's not going to be pursued anymore.
No. Tough bet right there. $1,500 down to lose millions.
11 million. Yep.
11 million. Definitely not a good one. Not good odds there. I would not take those odds. But that hurts. With that being said, do you think that opens the door more for the potential of Amari Cooper coming to New England?
Yeah, I would say Amari or Allen Robinson would be like, they got to be like
top two,
right?
Who do you want? Keeping in mind, I assume we can agree Amari Cooper is the better talent.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But Allen Robinson
is cheaper.
Would bring a better deal. And does still have potential with a good quarterback. You have to keep in mind, this is a guy who has been a receiver for terrible quarterbacks his entire career.
And Matt Nagy's offensive system for the past, like, however many years, that's awful.
Terrible.
I feel bad for the guy.
He was in Jacksonville before that, I believe. So,
which Jacksonville was actually pretty decent when he was there. That was the year he was in Jacksonville when they played us in the AFC Championship.
Was it Bortles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I get it. Bortles
isn't
really
Bortles.
I get it, but that Jacksonville team was one win away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like that, and that Stephon Gilmore freaking play, like that was that they were literally one play away from the Super Bowl. So, I like Allen Robinson. I think he's been under. I think nobody really thinks of him right now, like because of like what we just said. He's been in Chicago, kind of like wasting away. But I think he's better than what we had.
Yeah.
And Amari Cooper would be nice because Mac Jones I know we never played with him at Bama, but I know they know each other. And I know they obviously both played in Saban's system. So I know they share some similarities, but I don't know if that translates. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a question for them. We'll have Mac and Amari on the pod next week and see.
The action-packed show.
Yeah. It'd be a good one. So tune in for episode 11 with Mac Jones and Amari Cooper. How about Bobby Wagner? How you feel on the defensive side of things? Because J.C. Jackson, not looking good.
Why would we want Bobby Wagner?
You don't want Bobby Wagner.
Why would you want him?
I've seen a lot of talk on Twitter, and I know. I'm not saying he would replace J.C. Jackson. Obviously, different positions. Okay, but this is what I feel. When a guy like J.C. Jackson is leaving, or presumably leaving, you got to bring someone in. I don't care, like on the defensive side of the ball. I don't care what position they are, just to like lessen the hit. You have to, I think.
I don't think we have any money left. So
no. Do you think Bobby Wagner's like washed, or like what's your reason?
He's on the wrong side of 30, obviously.
Yeah, he is.
I thought the whole process of I don't think Hightower is on the same level as Wagner. I think Wagner's obviously better. Hightower's been like amazing, don't get me wrong, but I thought the whole point of this offseason and letting go of Van Noy and all this was to get younger, and they want to get faster at linebacker. And I thought just bringing in Wagner would just not really fit what
I like it too, because like, yeah, you got to get younger, right? But at the same time, you need some veteran presence there. So I'm not saying Wagner has to be this centerpiece, or like it doesn't have to be a plan for your future. You remember what New England did with James Harrison a few years ago?
Yeah.
I could see something like that happening.
That was only for like what, half a season? He got released in the middle of the season.
I thought it was a year.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I thought he got released half a year. But the thing, they got rid of Van Noy, which is like, crowd fan favorite.
Yeah.
Hightower's a free agent. So it's like, are they really going to bring back Hightower? I actually don't think they will. I don't think they have any desire to. And last year we got absolutely toasted on defense because how slow everybody was. Like, I love Devin McCourty more than and just as much as anybody else. And Devin McCourty lost a step last year, and it was sad to see. That's why when we were missing Kyle Duggar, it was such a big miss. But
terrible. By the way, James Harrison, 1 game for the New England Patriots. That's on me. That's my bad.
Wait, what?
1 game for the New England Patriots.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, 1 game.
I thought he definitely played more than 1.
See, I did too, because they made such a big deal about it. They were like, James Harrison. Big deal. Yeah, so
I could have swore he was playing I could have swore he played like maybe 8 games or 7.
No, it was 1.
1?
So, 1 game, according to Pro Football Reference.
Holy cow.
1 game. Literally
I would have never guessed.
Literally has 1 more game than you and I do in a New England Patriots uniform.
I would have never guessed that, because like you said, they made such a big deal about it that we're getting a Hall of Famer, James Harrison. He played 1 game.
It was 1 game. Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't want to watch Miles Bryant. I really don't. Anything but that, really.
We get Jonathan Jones back next year, which is big. He's solid, and we missed him a lot.
What's Patty Chung up to? Can we bring him back out of the depths of retirement?
Kyle Duggar replaced him, and we're not looking back.
No Patty Chung from the depths of retirement. That's tough, man.
I liked him, obviously, because he was on,
Patty Chung.
He was like the guy on that guy that would just smack anybody on that defense. But Kyle Duggar's better.
I love Kyle Duggar too.
He went to that D3 school, Lenore Rhine. Nobody's knows what that is.
You're right about that.
He came from the smallest school in the world, and Belichick made him a 2nd round pick. No, he was our 2nd round pick. He wasn't our first. I don't think we had a first that year. Yeah, I love him. I love him just because he's he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's I came from a school where NFL players aren't really coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on with that team. They need a wide receiver 1 though, a legitimate solidified wide receiver 1. Nelson Aguilar, not that guy. Kendrick Bourne, not that guy. Jacoby Myers, love him to death, not that guy. He's not a WR1.
They have everything else checked off on offense. They have tight end 1, Hunter Henry.
Yep.
They have a great backfield with Stevenson and
Ramondre.
Harris.
Yep.
And
James White too. We're forgetting James White.
He's coming back.
Yep.
And that's going to be big for the pass game.
It's going to be huge.
And then they still have a pretty decent O-line. You still have David Andrews. You still have Shaq Mason. You still have Wynn, I think, is still there. I think he might be on his last year. I don't know about Trent Brown.
I'm not sure. Didn't he go to Mizzou?
No.
Or something? Or didn't he go to your high school or something? Don't you have some connection to Trent Brown?
Mm-mm.
Cool. All right.
Trent Brown?
I don't know, man. Didn't you reach out to Trent Brown once, try and get an interview?
I don't think so.
I swear you did.
Nah, not Trent Brown. I would remember because Trent Brown's huge. Trent Brown is one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Well, isn't he? You see him?
I've never seen him. I only seen
him on the field.
Well, on my TV.
Dude, when he's standing in the huddle next to David Andrews and Mason, he was like on the TV, he was like considerably bigger than the rest of them. And it's like, that's terrifying.
Listen, man, I black out during Pat's games. I don't mean alcohol wise. I mean, I'm just so focused on like the plays.
Well, I'll say the only reason I actually really think that is because of all things, I took my girlfriend to her first ever Patriots game this past year against the Browns. And she even spotted him from our seats and said, "Why is that guy so much bigger than the rest?" And I was like, that's actually a great point. That dude's a monster. Like, he's absolutely huge.
Oh, shout out to your girlfriend. I know she's a loyal listener of the show, interacts on social media. Great stuff. Great stuff from her.
She loves the TikToks.
That's what we like to hear.
She loves the TikToks.
I put a lot of time in those TikToks, man.
I don't have TikTok. Call me a boomer or whatever you want to call me. I just don't have it.
You know, the Cask and Flagon followed us today.
Get out.
I don't know if it's their actual TikTok. I'm trying to figure that out. A TikTok account. If someone could verify this, that'd be fantastic. Cask and Flagon followed us.
I don't believe that.
I really don't think it's a real account, but I have no idea. I don't know if they just created it.
Who's out there making a random account trying to be that bar?
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I'm confused. So I give it a few days. We'll see if the follower account jumps up. But I don't know. I don't know.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
It would be. It would be. It really would.
Fun fact, I've never been.
I've been a few times with the fam.
Never been.
Sox games. It's a great atmosphere. Fantastic. I recommend it.
What's your I'll ask you at a different time.
What is this? What is this? A culture part?
All right. What's your
jump in? Let's go. Culture. I mean, we've been
going
for like an hour.
What's your favorite Fenway bar?
Tony C's count?
Okay. All right, stop.
What?
That's not like a.
It's a restaurant.
All right,
I like the vibes there, or like, dude, I don't know, like Bleacher Bar. That one, that's the one out in center, right?
Yep.
I like that too, but like, you gotta keep in mind, I have not been to Fenway since turning 21.
That's why I stopped, because we encourage drinking responsibly here. We're not gonna promote underage.
No, and I didn't even drink till I was 21, and that is hand on the Bible, like swear to God, like that's how I was. And then got out to Milwaukee, turned 21. It was ball game, but no, yeah, I the only reason I like Tony C's, like, is because I have good memories there, like with family and friends. Like that's where we used to go. Like, boom.
What bar am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Bullpen, I think.
Are you?
Bullpen, kitchen and tap. That's what I'm thinking of. It's like you go down, you like go in the door. It's right next to the team store. You go down and it's like, it opens up and there's like big old thing. And the first time I ever went, this guy was like, "Oh yeah, like, are you drunk?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Don't go down there then." And I literally just turned around and left. Never went back until this past summer. Obviously, it was like closed. It was like closed for a little bit with COVID. Opened back up this year, and we went down there after a game, and it was an electric factory. And that's my favorite one now.
That sounds great. I do love Bleacher Bar too, though. I mean, that's just such a cool,
I've been once, but
it's such a cool like spot.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool. And yeah. So I gotta get out there this summer for a game. Gotta catch a game. Gotta catch one.
I got so lucky with tickets because they kept. I bought Red Sox tickets like 2 months ago, Patriots Day, against the Twins. Obviously, it's gonna be 11 o'clock start on that Monday. It's like very good tradition here. And when Manfred was like, "Hey, we're canceling games up to like the 13th or something," I'm like, "Yep, I'm not gonna get to go to that game." But so happy I'm
You're
going
back.
to the. I bought those tickets for so cheap during the lockout because just nobody was looking at. Everybody was
Tickets,
like
huh?
buying their Celtics and Bruins stuff. So I got lucky with that. So pretty excited about Patriots Day this year.
Seriously, that's the best. I mean, I did that once, or no, I did that a couple times. Went to that game, and I mean, just unbelievable experience. Like, there's nothing beats that. Zero things, Parker. Nothing. You got to take some photos, videos, post it on the TikTok. We got to get you on TikTok. That's what we got to do first.
Good luck, man. I
Come
don't know if I
on.
could have it. I know how it is too, because I know I see my girlfriend watch TikToks every night, and then I get those songs stuck in my head, and I don't even
Yeah.
have TikTok. I can only imagine if I actually had TikTok and I have Into the Thick of It stuck into my head, the song from
I
the
know.
Backyardigans. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm just saying, most of the Hashbula videos you send me originate and stem from TikTok.
You know what? I see them on Twitter, and that's all that matters. Now they're GIFs on the iPhone, so that's even better.
There's definitely gonna need to be a social media clip with just a Hashbula video. Cue it. We put it right there. There it is. I set it up nicely. See, hope you enjoy it. But yeah, man.
Well, I got
Gotta
some,
get you on.
couple closing thoughts.
Close
Don't
it
have
up.
TikTok yet. Lil Wayne tweeted,
Sox.
"Let's go Red Sox." That's love to see that. St. Patty's Day in Boston this next weekend, actually. So it's gonna be my first time down in Southie. It's gonna be a little crazy, a little rowdy. Obviously I'm like a little Irish, I guess. So should
Says
fit right in.
Says a man who's straight up looking like a leprechaun out here with the red hair, red beard.
I know. I'm thinking about. I'm just not gonna shave this until it, and then obviously, like if the sun's out, my hair is like a little red. So,
Dude, I'll pay you so much to dress up full leprechaun outfit, pot of gold. You gotta go for it, man.
I had to do that in college once. So,
Really?
yeah.
Probably got a good response though, right?
Yeah. No, like
yeah.
I literally had to hold a box of Lucky Charms, and then I had to I literally was wearing like head to toe what the guy on the box was wearing, what Lucky's wearing. It's actually a pretty good outfit for Halloween. It was great.
His name's Lucky, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was a great Halloween costume, man, because I just walked around. I don't even think I needed to walk around with the Lucky Charms box, but everybody was like, "Oh, it's Lucky." I was like, "Yeah, of course." Like, why else am I wearing white tights and a green cape and whatever the heck else he's wearing?
You'd hope people get that off the bat,
I hope so, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun. I saw it was like the number 2 city in the country for St. Patty's Day. So.
What's one? Chicago?
Philadelphia.
No way, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Philly was one.
Chicago makes their entire river green.
Yes.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I thought they would be one because they try very hard to be like you said, they dye the river green and all that. I was like, they try so hard.
That's overdoing it for me. Come on.
When I think of Irish, I don't even think of Chicago.
No.
You think of Boston. You maybe think of New York a little bit, but
little Boston, a little New York, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I mean, those are the top 3.
Oh,
big Fort Wayne, Indiana guy.
Fort Wayne.
I'm kidding, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fort Bend because of the Notre Dame.
Oh no, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, no,
that's what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Like Notre Dame.
Yeah, no, Notre Dame. I think
Notre Dame's big Irish. You can't take that away from them. So
you can't. But yeah, now Milwaukee. Well, Milwaukee's weird, man, because like Marquette did this thing on when was it? Last Friday, last Saturday. St. Practice Day. You ever hear of this?
I think I have actually.
You just basically go out and just drink.
Yep.
I was loaded with homework, so I did not participate. But man, you get woken up by kids screaming at 9 a.m. I'm like, God, they are starting early, which is bizarre to me because you are practicing 2 weeks early.
Then you are lucky that Marquette doesn't have a football team, because every Saturday is like that, except for when it's an 11 a.m. kickoff. It starts at like 7 a.m, and you're like, wow.
I mean, I'm 22 now, too old for it, man. Too old for it at this point. I'm good. I am good to go. I'm ready to start a family, ready to move to the suburbs. I'm good to go. No, I'm kidding. I'm not anywhere near ready. Nowhere.
Thought I lost you for a second.
But... yeah. No, we're good. We're locked in.
I don't know, man. It was good to be back on here.
Great to be back
and do this.
We'll be back soon. You know, I got spring break next week, so pump out another one. Why not? We'll be closer to St. Patty today, but make sure to go follow our socials. They're all listed below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not listening on YouTube, chances are you came from a social media platform, but if you didn't, they are in the bio, the episode description. So just check them out. Go hit us with a follow, drop some comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We'd really appreciate the follow. If you ever want to be on an episode, always feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to have you on to share your thoughts about anything Boston sports or Massachusetts related. So guys, thanks for joining us. Episode 10, book it, and we'll see you next episode, episode 11. Hopefully it's next week, but we'll see. But take care, guys, and we'll see you soon.